Now, cross-channel operators have raised serious concerns about long delays for passengers when new EU border checks are finally introduced. The operator of the Channel Tunnel told MPs today the system had been designed without any consideration for people travelling by train or ferry from Kent to the continent. The new system, which is expected to involve passengers having their fingerprints scanned, has already been delayed several times, as Chrissy Reedy reports.
This was Easter at the port of Dover. Travel chaos with 14-hour delays for some passengers. Today at Westminster, the post-Brexit biometric system was under the spotlight.
The app, as it's designed right now, will be able to capture the passport details as well as the facial image, but it doesn't do so well on the fingerprints. So there's one piece of information that's missing. But having said that, if it captures most of it, then that's going to alleviate a lot of problem. Then the next thing is to be able to still have the possibility of taking the rest of the biometric information alongside of that at a site remote, certainly for the Port of Dover, remote from the port.
Questions too as to how a digital system designed for airports is actually suitable for a seaport at all.
We have spent a lot of time explaining the significant differences between an airport transaction and a vehicle-based transaction, and also the impacts that those extended transaction times have. Most inside an airport, the environment is comfortable, warm, there's plenty to eat and drink, and there's entertainment. The environment on a motorway in queuing traffic is much more hostile.
With concerns about the technology taking longer to get through customs, one idea was for passengers to register before reaching the port.
Just away from Folkestone or from Dover, where there is a wet stamping official or an EES official comes on the coach, but then that coach is almost sealed with a bit of tape or something. And as long as that is unsealed and the passengers do not get off, they're done and dusted. That could take a lot of pressure away from the port and in a secure way that I think officials from all sides might be comfortable with.
So specifically for coaches, we've been working really hard with our government and France and EU to allow that exact process that you described to take place in a site in our western docks. So remote from the ferry terminal, but not so remote.
For now at least, with the school holidays just a few days away, it's hoped scenes like these at the Port of Dover won't be repeated.
Chrissy's with me now. This has been delayed several times already, and it sounds from your report as though there's still a long way to go.
From what I took today from listening into what they were talking about at Westminster, it does seem like there is a long way to go. Of course, principally, this biometric system is to enhance security. But the key points I took away today, firstly, the technology. It sounds like they are a long way off. The data, how they're going to capture it, how it's going to work, whether it's a tablet, a phone, that they've still got a lot to decide on that. But something else I thought that was very interesting, there are concerns that this is going to significantly increase congestion at the Port of Dover. So something that was asked by the panel today is this idea of whether any steps to check in that border process could be done remotely. I think everybody welcomed that, but what's interesting, Natalie, let me tell you, is that at the moment, as it stands, legislation says that border checks, passport control has to happen in front of a border official. And somebody on the panel said today, well, don't those few words in that legislation need to be amended? And everybody said, well, yes, they do. So there's still a way to go. Of course, a lot of people heading to Dover this weekend. Dover has said it's made a lot of improvements since Easter. I think all eyes will be on the port, so let's hope it's ready for all that traffic that's coming in its direction.
Let's hope so. Chrissy, thank you.